What's going on, everybody? Wilson here, your spiritual hype man. Super happy to be back, and I'm happy to be here again. I hope you're having a good day. And if you're not, just remember it's the thoughts in our head. We have to become the Jedi Mind Master. We have to be the Wata. And in those moments, we really just identify, ask ourselves why, and then change the prompt. Journal it, log it, store it in your brain. Whatever works for you, right? Ultimately, I think journaling is the way. One thing that I've been doing most recently is 3 wins at the end of the night and 3 gratitudes. Now I'm not on it 100%, but I am on it more than I was before, so I'm happy to do that. I either journal it or I just talk it right into chat, and chat journals it for me. But it definitely helps thinking back, and it definitely helps you know figuring out what you did well that day and giving yourself a pat on the back, and then what you're grateful for. So I enjoy it. I would encourage you to do so as well. For this one, I want to shout out John Wilberth. Thanks for sponsoring an episode, buying actually the hoodie. That was pretty awesome to see that. So thank you again, John Wilberth, for doing that. And for anybody else listening, right now, a great way to sponsor an episode is get onto ncyd.com, check out the merch, buy one of the shirts, and support the channel, and we'll get you. I'm gonna shout you out no matter what. So thanks again, John. That was awesome. This week, I just want to discuss a couple things. This one will be quick. Um, okay, so privilege. The word privilege came to mind a couple of days ago, almost like a week ago. Even though things are on high emotional, like on a high emotional state with Patty and I, at the moment very good, and then just I don't want to say not good, but definitely like what are we doing here, sort of thing. But even so, throughout that and a little bit right before that, there was moments of uh, it was one gratitude. I think it always starts with gratitude for me. But then the vocabulary word of privilege, like what a privilege it is that we are here. What a privilege it is that I have the ability to wake up next to my best friend. What a privilege it is that I have the ability to do what I do. What a privilege it is, that we exist, or I exist. Like for this was for me, right? That I exist here and that I exist with these people. What a privilege it is that the people that are here with me, the people that support me. What a privilege it is for the people that send me messages. What a privilege it is for being able to just live and take care and do the things that I'm doing right now, to whatever extent that is. So I encourage you the same thing. Like some days you may be, you may feel down and ask yourself what is going on and why me and what is going on. But I encourage you in those moments to maybe even just ask yourself, what kind of privilege do you actually have? And not necessarily comparing yourself to other, but just the ability that you have, and understand that that's such a privilege. The things that you're able to do at this moment and to do it with, it's a privilege. Now, if you don't feel like it is a privilege, then maybe that's that's a moment where you have to reflect and ask yourself, why is it not a privilege? Why do I not think of it as that way, as a privilege? And maybe it's something that you just need to change, whether it's the thought process, the perspective, how you see it, or even your own situation. Maybe you don't, see yourself waking up next to your best friend, and it's not a privilege. And if it's not a privilege, and you don't feel happy and you feel stuck, then it might be, the moment for you to really make a change, like change that decision, and make, and that changes ultimately the trajectory of your life. I think it's tough, especially in relationships or in anything of that nature, that you continue to make a decision and then ultimately start, second guessing it after years of doing it. It's tough. It's not like an easy, an easy thing, especially if you're connected emotionally, right, to it, whether it's yourself internally or connected to somebody else on that level. But again, everybody's different, right? So it could be a little bit different for you. But the word that really came to mind was the privilege that we have to do the things that we're doing, the privilege that we have to wake up another day and to get up and, be in the game and stay in the game. And the fact that you're still around, like that's a privilege. I'm super happy. I'm super thankful for that because I want to live for a long, long time. And that's it. So I hope that hits home. I hope it hits home. I hope you're going through, whatever you need to go through, whether it's a happy day, a great day, maybe it is a melancholy day or a sad day or some, but I hope you're going through it at the best light possible. And I hope that the word, or the concept of just thinking of like, what kind of privileges do you have? What is a privilege that you have right now that you can be proud of and continue to reinforce the fact that, it's a beautiful thing to have it. All right. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for listening. Keep crushing it. Don't forget, nothing changes until you do. And lastly, I'm getting better at this thing. I want to grow this thing to, I don't know, but I just want to keep growing. And so the way that you can help us grow is follow. If you're listening on Apple or on Spotify or any other platform, just hit that follow button. Rate us. If you can rate the podcast 7, I think it's 1 through 5. But if you can write us a 7, great. Write us a 7, that'd be great. Or a 10, and then just share your favorite podcast, or if it's a short one or somebody that's on there, a guest, that would mean a lot to me as well. And then again, if you want to go one step further, like John Wilbur, thanks so much again for purchasing a hoodie and sponsoring this episode. I appreciate you again. What a privilege it is actually to know you, and what a privilege it is that you think highly enough of what we're doing to actually purchase one of the hoodies. So thank you again. You guys keep crushing it, and don't forget, nothing changes until you do. Peace.